Live from the Spill Studios located along the I-35 interchange behind a liquor store, it's time once again for a couple of cold ones with Corey and Carlisle.
You brought beer.
I brought beer.
Thank you for doing that. You didn't bring any of that experimental shit that I'm always bringing
I
in.
don't like it. See, I am a meat and potatoes kind of guy. I don't like to fuck around. Once I find something I like, I stick with it. You know, movies is where I go and I experiment, and I'll watch anything once. But it's you find a beer you like, you drink it. You find a restaurant you like, you eat there. You don't go, you know what? I really like this Modelo Especial, but this thing with a monkey that might hit the spot.
See, I might be bringing a beaker with smoke coming out the top next week. You don't know. Shit, I'll try anything.
Oh, it's that new microbrew, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Fuck Off.
Hey, man, Eddie, I'll try anything once. Bum piss. So now
that probably has something to do with your trip to D.C. So we'll talk about that later.
Nah, man, it's good to be back, man. Like you said, we'll have a good time because we both have a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah,
a week's worth of stuff. Here.
Well, 2 weeks worth of stuff. See, for most people, they're like, "Oh, hey, we just heard a couple of cold ones last week," and it's like, "No, we recorded that shit 2 weeks ago."
That's right. Yeah, we got that done early. So it's been a while since
I haven't had to put up with your shit for almost 2 weeks.
Funny, I was thinking the same thing about you,
and that's why we get along.
And then you brought in beer, and I was like, "Oh, he's all right." So how you doing, man?
Not too bad.
You seem to be in a good mood.
I am in a good mood. It was a really good weekend, and I decided I'd been working my ass off lately, and I was like, you know what? I've got nothing planned for the weekend. I'm going to stay in my pajamas and stay in bed all day Saturday, and I'm just going to watch season 4 of Lost.
Oh, those cute pajamas with the little footies on them?
No, I don't have footies. I've got flannel pants. Oh, I just love saying the phrase flannel pants.
With the flap in the back where you like unbutton it so your ass can stick out when you go to the
bathroom?
bathroom?
Those are long johns.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just flannel pants and, a T-shirt. And I watched all of season 4 of Lost, and I downloaded episodes 1 and 2. I'm officially caught up with Lost for the first time in like 3 years.
I stopped watching Lost after 2 years because people stopped giving me the disc set for my birthday.
I gave you set 1.
Did you get? No, High gave me that.
Did I give you set season 2? I gave you one of the seasons.
You gave me a season of something, but High gave me season 1 and 2. I don't know what it is you gave me.
What did I give you?
I don't know.
I swore it was Lost.
You gave me something with Charlie Brown in it or something.
Well, no, there was that. Yeah, there was that year. But if
I don't get it for my birthday, I'll start watching.
You know what? The thing is, season 3 really kind of mediocre at first, and then it gets good, and then you enjoy it by the end. And then the end is a big kicker, and then season 4 is just awesome the whole way through.
Really?
There isn't a single mediocre episode. Because what they did is they went and they knew they only had one season left in them, in their story. And ABC wanted 2, and they said, look, we'll make you a deal. We'll do 2 half seasons. We'll do 13 episodes this year, 13 episodes next year. And they're like, okay, we can do that. And so it's lean. There is no fat to this show at all anymore. It's everything something awesome.
That's
happens.
Good. See, my attention span is too short. I want after like 5 weeks, if I don't find out who the smoke monster is, I'm like, fuck it, I don't give a damn no more. I don't care. Shit. Did they explain that?
They know.
I mean, had they explained anything where polar bears are coming from? Where the polar bears are coming from?
Oh yeah, no, that was explained. No, Dharma had a research facility that did tests on polar bears.
Okay, so they were shipping polar bears in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they clearly polar bears had escaped.
See, I need the cliff notes. I mean, after the whole thing is done, I'm just gonna come talk to you.
That's what Wikipedia's for.
Okay, so
Wikipedia has cliff notes. Actually, you know what you need to do? At the beginning of season 4, there's a great feature called Lost in 8 minutes and 15 seconds. It's literally everything that's happened in the first 2 seasons.
That's the show for me.
8 minutes and 15 seconds.
There you go. That's the type of thing I need.
You would love it, too, because it's like, this happened, and he was very sad.
See, God damn it, that's perfect for me. I don't need to go, because I just want to know where all this mysterious shit is coming from. I'm the type of person.
They're getting there. They're explaining all that.
I'll come to you and say.
They've pretty much explained where, why the island is so weird. Well, not exactly why, but what most of the stuff going on the island is, and it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, all I need to know is what's Soylent Green? People. Great. That's awesome.
It's made of people.
Exactly. Okay.
How good is it? Well, it varies from person to person.
Exactly. Rosebud. It's a Oh, thank you. I don't need to just save some time. I don't need to hear that shit. Polar bears. Oh, they experiment on. Okay. So anyway,
I stole that joke from Futurama. I apologize.
What was it? What was the joke?
How good is Soylent Green? Oh, it varies from person to person.
At least you were able to own up to where you got it from.
Dude,
I
ganked that, but it's a great joke. I love that joke. God bless Futurama.
All right, man. You ready to get into the top 5 here?
The top 5 brought to you by Spill.
There you go. Man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We made some changes on the site, and you came and told me about it tonight.
Well, I didn't know if that was where the changes you were speaking about.
Oh no, we got some changes coming up, but that's one of the major ones right now that people keep telling me about. So, let's see. We like I said, I got in from out of town. You had some things that you've seen people asking you about movies and want to know about Paul Blart and all this kind of shit. So let's go ahead and get into the top 5. Let's start with
number 5.
Oh shit!
We
action part.
Getting alive.
Run.
Number 5.
Look out! Dodge, Perry. So,
what are you playing a video game over there?
That was the action music. You start out real slow. It's like
that was a show tune, is what that was. That wasn't action.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was like
that was like a gay comic book superhero, I guess.
I thought it was a gay action movie. You know, brother just walking down the street and all of a sudden he just starts running. You know,
hey,
yeah, he don't know what he's running for. He just
stop it. You're scaring me. I'm gonna have to pull out both of these 45s and cap your ass.
That's a gay gang member.
I don't know where that came from.
That's like
no clue. This shit just comes in from the ether sometimes. I just pick up straight radio stations from space and just start spouting it off.
That's a gay gang you were talking about, the limps, you know. I'll pop the cap in your ass, you know.
Oh, stop it.
And then put my penis in it. All right, all right, okay. Now, see, not what you got me doing. Okay, let's go ahead.
Let's go on to number 5.
All right. Hey, man, a movie that we all love here in the Spill universe, or whatever I'm trying to say, is Slumdog Millionaire, man.
Dude, Slumdog's awesome. It's really cool to see it kind of creeping back up after it got the nomination and after everybody started talking about it. Everyone was going, oh, yeah, no, Slumdog's great. Just like everybody rushed out to see it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. No, it's a great movie, man.
It's one of last year's best films by far.
Oh, yeah. I still don't think it's going to get the Oscar for Best Picture, but if it does, I'm perfectly happy with that.
Sure, that is. I think that's the one that everyone's happy with. Like if that gets Best Picture, everyone will nod and go, "All right, yeah, no, cool."
Yeah. But
we're fine with the fact that Dark Knight got shafted.
Oh man, I'll talk about that in a little while because you brought up some good points.
To number 4.
Well, wait a minute, because it's impressive. I always tell people what it did, and this is actually pretty good because for a movie that was just nowhere at first, this week it made $10 million, $10.7 million. Yeah, and it's up to like $56.1 million. So, hey, man, that's good. That's great for this movie.
This is that type of film that needs to do that, where it gets out and everybody kind of gets the word and goes, oh, crap, we really need to see that, don't we? And I think the Oscars did that with everybody talking about Slumdog. Everyone's like, hey, let's go see that. I keep hearing that it's good. And, yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah, no, it is a wonderful movie, man. So great for Danny Boyle, one of my favorite directors. I love this movie. Hope it does very well at the Oscars. I hope he gets Best Director. That's what I want. So let's go on to now. There you go. Come on.
Number 4.
That's not even a song. That's like something out of a scary movie.
Number 4.
Look out! It's number 4.
Yeah,
like the number 4 crawling out of a well and shit. So, Hotel for Dogs, not doing so bad, man. I actually saw this and didn't. The co-host and I did a review. We're going to put it up anyway. It's late.
I didn't see it.
Oh man, and here's the deal, man. We didn't hate the movie just because we were laughing at the movie, man. That's stupid. And they bring up a dog, we'd be like, "Oh, look at that."
That's what the movie's all about. It's just like, hey, look at the cute doggies.
It's the dumbest movie in the world, man. But they bring in all these cute little ugly dogs, man. Dogs so cute that they're ugly, are so ugly that they're cute, and you just sit up there and it's like, I can't hate this. It's adorable.
A movie called Hotel for Dogs. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, unless you're a cat person and then you hate dogs, and then maybe you won't like this movie. $37.5 million, man, not bad. Brought in $12.8 million, actually $12.9 million this weekend. So anyway, Hotel for Dogs. All right, let's go on to number 3. No shit, man, you come off guard with that. Damn, don't do that.
Ambush you and shit.
I know, jumped out the bushes. Number 3, motherfucker.
Number 3, motherfucker. You get down.
Take it down. Take it, my wallet. Take it. Gran Torino. Your man Clint Eastwood still holding
Gran Torino. I love that movie so much, but every time somebody says the word, I have to say that because it's such a great movie. And then Clint gets on the mic, and it's like, no, dude, you were doing so well. God, I love that. I'm so fucking proud of that movie. That movie's doing so well. It's just so fucking cool.
$97.8 million, man, on the cusp of $100 million.
$100 million for a film about Archie Bunker learning to love the Asians. How fucking awesome is that?
A kick-ass Archie Bunker, man.
It's a great movie, and for that, I mean, it really kind of got hosed with its Oscar nods, which makes me so happy about the fact that everybody's fucking seeing it anyway. Well, yeah. I was concerned that it would only be that kind of Oscar film.
I'm right in tune with what it's doing. I don't think it's really Oscar worthy myself, but it's an entertaining movie.
Because you're high.
Always. So I get by in life.
No, I love that movie.
But I like the movie. I like for it to make money. I'm the one that would be disappointed if it got nominated for like Best Picture. I'd be like, that's bullshit. But hey, look, I'm in the minority on that. Everybody loves this movie. I'm happy it's doing well. Which brings us to
number 2.
Oh, they gonna make me cry with that, man.
I love you.
Oh,
number
man.
2.
Oh, that number 2, boy.
I love that number 2.
I hope number 2 finds what he's looking for.
What's number 2, man?
Underworld 3.
Oh, fuck.
Rise of the Lycans. Those Lycans be rising.
You know why? You know what it was? That was psychic energy coming to me saying Rona Mitra. Because I think you and I can both agree that Rona Mitra gets a full staff salute from us.
Oh, hell yeah. Full. I mean, I'd be peeing in my face if I try to go to the bathroom right now.
I mean, just thinking about that woman and you get stiff as a board. I can fucking nail nails through a board at this point.
Kate Beckinsale
with my cock because of Rona Mitra. That is what Rona Mitra does.
I don't want to picture that, man.
But that's what I can do, man. Rona Mitra is the shit.
You were channeling Cyrus right now. You had to throw that word cock in there. I can hammer nails with my cock.
Actually, I was stealing a line from Real Genius, 1984. God, I love that movie.
I tell you, I was wondering who could be hotter than Kate Beckinsale. Who could be the hottest ass working in the business? Rona Mitra. Yeah, and I like the way they used her in this movie because a lot of people thought that she was replacing Kate Beckinsale. No, they used her because she looks like.
In fact, that was one of the things that I really dug about the movie. Is at the very end of the film, they tie it together with the other 2 films, which I hate, by the way. But they do it in such a way where they use lines from the original film, and you're like, oh shit, that's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, no,
because she totally works as a Kate Beckinsale replacement. In fact, she's better than Beckinsale.
She's used because in that movie because her character reminds the lead vampire that of his daughter. And Kate Beckinsale reminds the lead vampire of his daughter. And his daughter's in this movie is played by Rona Mitra. And look, I like this movie, man. And I'm not a big fan of the first. Well, actually, I like the second one, but not because it's good.
I hate both of them.
I know you hate those movies. And you know what?
Suck.
Leon likes the first one. I was bored with the first one. I didn't hate it, but I was like, man, they should be doing something else with this. But this is everything that I wanted those movies to be.
Well, and that's because they took those movies, and the movies mythology was just so retarded. What worked about it was stolen from an old game series called The World of Darkness. And
may I use that, please?
Yes, you may, sir. I'm handing over a
bottle opener.
No,
not your cock to hammer
the problem,
something.
Yeah, I'm hammering your yes. No, let's not give that image.
I have some wood to hammer here.
No, the thing with those films is that they have this mythology that just doesn't work. It's just lame. And they seem to exist in a world where there are no regular, ordinary, everyday humans. Like, everybody's fucking supernatural except the one guy who isn't until he becomes supernatural. So, I mean, the movies just fucking suck. And here it works because it's a fantasy film. Except instead of magic and dragons, they have fucking vampires and werewolves, and it works.
Yeah, no,
it's not great. I don't by any means say you need to go. I would give it a rental, but it's actually much better than the others, and I actually kind of dug it.
Yeah, no, I gave it a matinee, and I liked it. I actually enjoyed it. I mean, story-wise, it's very... I described it as Spartacus with werewolves. I mean, it's a slave story.
It's got the whole Spartacus thing, or William Wallace, or Maximus from Gladiator.
It's an uprising, and you see people get their ass whooped through the movie, and you want them to rise.
They can take away our ability to transform into a wolf, but they can't take away our freedom!
I liked the movie, man. I had a good time.
But it's enjoyable crap.
It looks cool with the effects that they used too.
Okay, but you know what my fucking problem is?
Oh, here we go.
It's twofold. No. First of all, could they find another color in the movie to use aside from blue? For fuck's sake, the entire movie is done in shades of blue and grays. There's no other color but blue and gray in that movie. It's so fucking.
I like
drab.
that. I like that.
Hated
That's what they call a palette for the movie.
Yeah, and the palette is monochromatic.
Well, think of the Spirit is monochromatic.
No, this was monochromatic. The second problem was that apparently the cinematographer knows two shots: the medium shot and the close-up shot. The entire movie is shot like you're staring into somebody's
I don't know
eyeball.
about that. See, because one of the things I praise the movie for is that it had some sense of scope. When you see swarms of vampires, of werewolves running.
You see like 20-foot wide swaths of a field and like 12 werewolves running across. It had no scope at all.
See, it's one of those. See, here goes. One of those deals where we kind of agree on the same thing, but we find differences anyway. So,
well, of course,
I know, but
it's a crappy movie, but it was a fun crappy movie.
All right, so let's go
on to the number one movie, and what I keep getting emails about and questions about. Number one.
Oh, not even a song, just a statement.
Fuck this movie. Number one.
Oh, it's your arch enemy, Paul
Paul
Blart.
It's not an
the
arch
mall
enemy.
cop.
Yeah, Paul Blart Mall Cop. Number one movie in the country for the second week in a row, ladies and gentlemen. Your country, the United States of America. Da, 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 da,
You really,
da, 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 da.
But by hating this movie as much as you do, you really do give it too much
hold on.
credit.
No, the thing is, here's the thing: is I don't hate this movie that much.
Yeah, you do.
No,
you hated us for not hating this movie.
No, what I did is I called you guys out because this is exactly the type of movie that deserves some old bullshit, and you guys were kind of giving it a pass because you were like, "Well, it's not for us, so we'll give it a match." You would never watch this again.
I wouldn't watch it, but
you would never recommend this to a friend.
I was not giving it a pass because I was thinking about the audience it was for, even though I do that, and I was in this case. But when I was sitting there, I chuckled a few times, and I know it's not a good movie. It is not a good movie at all.
It's some old bullshit. It's not fuck this movie.
For some people, it's a really. I would say for me, it's a really low rental. Like I said, I did not hate it. It did not make me angry.
Well, it didn't make me angry either. I just didn't enjoy it at all while I was fucking sitting there.
A total, just pure, some more bullshit movie for me is something that either one gets me passionate enough to get me angry to the point where it's probably a fuck you, and then two, was I bored? I really wasn't that bored in this movie.
The thing is I watched your guys' review of Norbit last year, and this is this year's fucking Norbit. This is Norbit.
No,
yes,
no.
This is Norbit, except it's a white Norbit, so you're fine with it.
No. This is less. It's
the same fucking
movie.
And
I'll tell you why. Because Norbit, for one thing, it was angering to me because number one, I didn't like all the racist buffoonery going on there.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Is because this was a white movie.
Well, the history is there then and then the other thing is that Eddie Murphy was coming off of Dreamgirls too, and then he did Norbit.
You know what? But this is exactly what Leon said to me. And the thing is whether it's talented people or untalented people, we all agree that Kevin James is talented. What the fuck is he doing here? Why doesn't that anger us? Well, because he's not coming off of Dreamgirls. Really? No, it's a stupid fucking movie. It's retarded. It's beneath us. It's beneath our audience. There's no. I would never tell anybody.
Carla, let me tell you.
Check it out.
Let me tell you the other thing here. Paul Blart was pretty straightforward. Yeah. I mean, Norbit, I don't know what the fuck that was about.
Norbit was straightforward. At least with Norbit, I liked the makeup effects because Rick Baker's makeup effects were cool to look at because he really did some incredible stuff.
And see, that even made me angry. Rick Baker wasting this shit on Norbit. And look, there's just a lot of things that are annoying about Norbit. I'm watching Norbit. It's Eddie Murphy in a fat suit. It's Eddie Murphy doing a vanity project to see how many costumes he can hide behind.
Well,
it's
buffoonery. God, now I'm blanking on his name. Kevin, what's his
Kevin
name?
James.
Kevin James. Okay, so he doesn't have to wear the fat suit. He's
already fat.
So
he's
already done the work there.
We don't need any Rick Baker there.
Same fucking movie.
He came in. No, it's not the same movie, man.
It's the same fucking movie for white people.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's not.
It's Norbit, and that's why it's number one, and that's why I'm not angry about it being number one. Everybody keeps asking. They're like, "How do you feel about that?" And it's like, well,
no, the love guru is Norbit for white people.
No,
this movie is just, man, this movie can come and go. It's not that offensive. It's just middle of the road shit. It's not angry.
It's stupid humor for audiences that like to laugh at fat guys falling down.
Paul Blart is fucking with you, man. Don't, Carla, don't let Paul Blart get the best of you.
I love that title. That title just, it makes me laugh. I went home and the joke dawned on me because I realized, I'm like, Paul Blart Mall Cop. And I'm like, that's shit that Gandalf said on the bridge when he's trying to hold back the big, the Balrog. He's just like, Paul Blart Mall Cop, none shall pass.
Man, and it's Carla, you don't let Paul Blart do this to you.
Dude, he's not doing
Don't let
it to
him get
No,
the best
you're
of you.
getting me riled up, not Paul Blart.
You
I
are
can
better
give a
than
shit
this,
about
okay?
Paul Blart.
Paul Blart will come and go. Paul Blart ain't hurting
just
nobody.
like Norbit did.
Norbit is fucking with people. Norbit is the enemy. Paul Blart.
Let go.
Exactly. Paul Blart, he's going to do his thing. He's going to be gone.
Yeah, that's what Norbit did. It's this year's Norbit.
Norbit may,
It's going to be, it's
Paul
a movie
Blart.
that is funny to a specific audience, and everybody else looks down their nose at it because it's fucking retarded.
It's hard
but it makes
times.
a lot of money.
It is a retarded movie, but it is not extreme. It is just there.
Norbit wasn't extreme. I felt that you guys
Oh my
you
God,
got you get offended
Norbit
anytime a
was
black person stars in a stupid movie.
No, we don't. We get offended anytime anybody just stars in something extremely stupid.
That's what
hence,
this was.
Hence The Love Guru. Hence something like
Well, The Love Guru was one of last year's worst films. I mean,
something like the disaster movies. Here's something like the Dumb and Dumber babies. What was that movie?
You know what?
When,
but Norbit and
Harry
this aren't
met
that
Dummy.
bad. I don't. Those aren't. This isn't. Paul Blart's not going to make my bottom 10 list. I've already seen some movies this year that make my fucking bottom 10 list. Bride Wars was fucking awful. You know, that's the kind of thing that ends up on a bottom, a top 10 worst films of the year. Paul Blart won't make that. But Paul Blart was just fucking stupid. And there's no reason for me to say anyone should see it. It's
Pootie
just
Tang
bullshit.
was stupid. You know, see, you try to say we
But
get mad.
Pootie Tang has a certain
yeah. You
self-genius
say we try to get mad whenever there's movies with black people acting crazy. Pootie Tang, I've come to love Pootie Tang.
Most people have. Pootie Tang is one of those movies that worked its mojo on people. It's like what dumbest films ever made.
Exactly.
And then everybody just kind of goes, you know what? I kind of like Pootie Tang.
Man.
I've seen it on cable so many times I can't help but love it.
I hope Pootie Tang makes a resurgence and they make a sequel because Pootie Tang deserves the attention now.
But it has to actually be the first film since the original to carry the moniker Electric Boogaloo.
No, it can't.
Pootie Tang 2 Electric Boogaloo is exactly the fucking film I want.
No Electric Boogaloo for you. No.
You gotta save the rec center. Come on, guys, let's dance. Fucking Breaking 2. God damn it.
Hey, if Breaking 2 gave us nothing else, it gave us
The
Electric
phrase Electric Boogaloo.
That's right. So the suffix Electric
down
Boogaloo.
to Electric Boogaloo.
Oh man, I can do a kick-ass Electric Avenue in karaoke. Because you really don't have to sing.
You know, I did karaoke a few weeks ago.
You did.
Yeah, they had the big Time Crimes karaoke party at the Alamo Draft House, and my buddy Harry Knowles called up and he's like, "Dude, what the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm watching Repo the Genetic Opera." Well, get the fuck over here and sing. And so I went over and downed 2 pitchers of Shiner, and by the end of the night, I'm drunk off my ass. Everywhere around the world,
I like the way you
they
got
come into America. I got so drunk I did Neil Diamond. It was a thing of beauty.
You know I'm going to give you some shit. I like the way you thought my buddy Harry Knowles, if I should say, invited me over to that.
Well, I was going to say my buddy Harry, but...
I know. You know I'm going to fuck with you. You know that by now.
Dude, the guy's one of my closest friends. I live like 3 blocks from the guy. It's not like I'm name dropping Harry of all people. I've worked for him for like
you
7
are. You
fucking
named.
years.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with a little name drop. Just pick that shit up before you leave. That's all.
In this house, dropping Harry's name is not name dropping.
It ain't this house. You putting this out to the public, man. Come on now. It's not my house. It's the house of Spill now. It's to the world.
Ew, that just sounds kind of gross. I don't think you should ever call it that again.
If I ever start a sex club, I got
House
the
of
perfect name.
Spill.
The
No,
house.
because only guys will be there. No
If they
girl
got-
is going to come over to the House of Spill. That's just the single grossest fucking
You'd be
thing.
surprised. There's some freakazoids out there.
There are, and most of them are on our site. It's
You know what? Okay, let's talk about the site right now. Let's go ahead and segue into that.
Let's-
Before we leave,
let's talk about
Let me
the
get you
fucking
angry
site.
one more time. Your man Paul Blart is running off with pretty much 65 million.
Yeah, it's going to make Norbit money.
Yeah. So
It's people.
I don't think it's going to make Norbit money.
Oh, it's going to make Norbit money. It's doing real well, right? It's number
Norbit,
1 2 weeks in a row. It's not going to leave the top 5 for the next few weeks.
Norbit went over 100 million. I don't. This might. I mean, hey, I don't. I can see it slowing down after a couple of weeks. But anyway, okay, let's talk about the site now. So
let's talk about the site.
Yes, let's get to the site.
Let's talk about the site, baby.
Don't do that.
Let's talk about you and me.
And stop looking at me like that when you do that. And stop smiling at me when you do that.
What, you don't like a little TLC, baby?
See, you don't even know who the fuck that is, man. You are so white, it's not even funny.
Dude, I'm so white, I'm almost Canadian. That's how white I am. Okay, let's...
I
know that's not TLC.
It's white. It's like white being compared to Canadians, because they have people who call so black that they're blue-black. Are you so white that you're almost Canadian?
I'm almost Canadian.
I've never heard that, but I'd accept it. Oh, by the way, let me give you your shit back for you.
My shit back.
Give me my shit,
motherfucker. And let's talk about the site, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
I told you to stop looking at me and doing it. Okay, now we finally have.
It's about fucking time. After oh my God, like well over 4 years of me and you going back and forth about this, we have a T-shirt shop.
I told you it was coming.
Yeah, you told me that like 2.5 years ago it was coming.
But I told you.
Yeah, it came on Corey Coleman time.
Man, hey, look, man, it's here. That's all
that matters. You
matters.
didn't even tell me about it. Just one day I was on the site. I'm like, T-shirt shop? What the...
Well, look, I didn't even know. I mean, come on, you forget. Me and Jamie do this shit together, all right? Jamie was telling me it's coming. I saw it in the works, and every time I see, he's like, man,
is Jamie 100% on this?
Jamie, hey man, that's him. That's not me anymore.
Well, you created it. It's your monster. You set that Cloverfield monster through.
Jamie, I don't do it anymore. That was though
100% you.
It's so funny now.
I love that dude though.
Man, Jamie's awesome, man. It's so funny. Like you watching Jamie in meetings. Jamie, he's sweating while he's concentrating on his words so hard.
He's trying not to say 100% now because everyone in the room is waiting for him to say it.
Yeah,
they've turned it into a drinking.
Oh,
game
we all bring
office.
shots to the meetings now because we're just waiting for Jamie. Oh shit. No, Jamie had been showing it to me for a while. That's why I told you. I said, it's coming. And then one day Jamie said, hey, man, it's up. And I looked at it. I was like, wow, that's cool.
There's still some stuff to come on there. It's just starting out. But
yeah, we still got, man, look.
There's a great one you've got, Osiris.
That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one.
You've had that artwork for like a year and a half, bro.
I have?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go through and redo some of them. But that one, Osiris, that one will sell. There's two that I'm proud of. Co-host and Cyrus.
Well, the co-host one is up.
I know that one's up, and that one's, from what I understand, a lot of people like that, and I think that one's a big seller. But that Cyrus one is coming, and then I got to do one for you, and I
think we all know what phrase.
Now,
has
what
to be on
as tastic is that?
That's what everybody keeps asking for. It's like, really? I said that in one review, and then it became like the thing. It's as-tastic.
Well, good. That makes it easier for me. So now that it is up, I mean, give me a few weeks. We got a lot of business development. But you said people are actually buying shirts now.
Apparently, I've seen people with avatars of them wearing the shirts. Like, they've got the shirts, and they've taken photos of themselves with the shirts, chilling. So
really?
I haven't seen sales numbers because nobody tells me fucking shit. But what I've seen is, I've gotten friended by people and comments by people. I'm like, is that a spill? People are wearing spill shirts, and they've got photos taken with them? That's fucking weird.
No, it's cool. I mean, look, I want people to go out and buy these shirts. I mean, we all want them to go out and buy these shirts. It's great for all of us. And see, I want it just for advertising. That's my whole angle. I think if people wear them, just get it out there. Just get the brand out there.
I just think it's fucking cool that, people have shirts of the characters on them. I love the fact that you've got a co-host shirt out there. We just need shirts of all the other characters.
Yeah, some I need to redesign. I mean, I think I need to redesign all of them except I
don't think you need to worry about redesign as much as you just need to make other shirts. If a shirt, the way we've got it set up, if a shirt isn't cool, if people aren't digging on it, they won't buy it. Big whoop.
Yeah,
because we're not going to be sitting with warehouses of these stuff. They're going to make them as they come in. And so put them out there and then make other ones that you are happier with as things come along.
There were two that I knew would be good right off the bat, and I already had an idea for it. And that was Cyrus's shirt and co-host. and the others I was confused about. That's why I put up a blog, a webcam a long time ago for people to look at shirts and give me some feedback. And Cyrus and co-hosts were the best ones.
You know what else you should put up there? You've already got the artwork.
What?
Me on the on my scooter. You know how many times I've seen that show up in other things? Like anytime people do fan things, I ride across on that fucking scooter. Like every fucking time.
That is a good shirt. I would like to redesign it though. That would make a good shirt. Man, we have so many things that we've done now that we could use.
That was the idea from the beginning. Was that, I mean, there's stuff going way back that like it's too late now. It's, you know.
Well, I mean, we want to put stuff on there that can last for a while. But I mean, I'm just saying we've done so much now. I think I got a better grasp on what to do for shirts now. So I'm going to go in after a few weeks, maybe after some months, because we got a lot of development.
A few. You got to understand, kids. Whenever Corey says something, he's talking about KC time. That's what we call it.
Right,
it's Corey
baby.
Coleman time, and that's where it's just like
busy man.
Yeah. He was telling me that the T-shirt shop would be up soon 2.5 years ago. So now it's finally up. If that gives you a frame of reference, this is when you could expect more shirts.
But it's here.
But and if you guys are buying them, then that means Jamie's going to see those numbers. Jamie's going to call up Corey, and Jamie's going to say, I am 100% sure you need to make more fucking shirts right now, asshole. And that's what's going to happen because, you know.
Well, now that we know that people are buying them, I mean, people buy the shirts, okay? And that way I'll be able to make more because we made some very simple designs that we just want to put, first of all, just very simply the Spill logo, just by itself, the word Spill in the logo with the little splotch. And then we upped a little bit and we put the Spill logo with all the characters. And now we can start concentrating on like more custom designs. Right. So, hey, people, you know what you should do? Send me an email or show me on this particular blog of this podcast that you're listening to. Put some pictures up of yourself wearing the shirts. I'd love to see that.
If you've got them, let's see them.
Especially the ladies.
Show us your shirts.
Yeah, exactly.
And ladies, show us wearing the shirt but pulling the shirt up just enough so we can see nip. Because, you know, we really like nip. I know nipple is one of my favorite things in the world. Corey, you a big fan of the nipple?
I'm an ass man myself. I want to see a shirt with the logo on the back and your ass cheeks showing. That's really? What I want to see.
That's your thing?
That's my thing, man.
I like the breasts.
I like it all, but I'm not
like a big breast man either. I'm not like I like
what? Yeah, same here. I mean,
I just like breasts. Period.
I mean, I just love the ladies, baby. All y'all.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah, big and small. Like I
white and occasionally white.
And sometimes I slip white in there. You know, no, anybody knows me knows I love all colors, creeds, sizes,
especially white.
Look, ladies, you are beautiful to me. I don't care if you look like Rosie O'Donnell. Put yourself up on there and let me see you wearing your shirt. Ass cheeks and everything. I don't care what you show. I want to see it all. So yeah. So we got to split right here. Now, of course, we can't put up anything that's pornographic or anything like that. Now, if you're wearing like a nice bikini bottom and you want to show your bottom there, that's fine.
However, if you do the nip thing, send it to me.
Okay, send it to him personally.
Send it to my inbox, and I will deem whether or not it's appropriate.
Okay,
for the site.
You know what? You can send those kind of pictures, the ones that we can't put up on the site. You can send them to us personally. Send the ass pictures to me. Send the breast pictures to Carlisle.
We're in trouble.
But you got to be of age, okay? Don't be if you're under 18. Don't send us those.
Now, note that I didn't necessarily say that.
That's why you're going to jail, and not me.
I'm going to jail.
But when you go, could you wear your Spill shirt for advertisement?
That's right. You're that Spill boy, huh? We're about to introduce you to what we call the grilled cheese.
That's another one, man. Somebody made posters of me. That's what made me mad. Somebody made posters of me getting raped, and they called it the grilled cheese because I made a joke about that.
That was you, man.
But you said you make a good grilled cheese, and I said grilled cheese sounds like something for rape.
Great grilled cheese, what I fucking make. And although you know what, there's a grilled cheese contest here in town.
And you haven't submitted.
You know what? I decided not to enter the grilled cheese contest.
Because you'd show everybody up.
No, actually, it's because my grilled cheese falls in between two categories, and it's one of those things where
I thought you were going to say my grilled cheese brings all the boys to the yard, and my cheese is better than yours.
That's right. It's better than y'all, and I'll grill it up in front of y'all.
Yeah, I think TLC did that.
I think that was TLC. There was a bunch of black girls that had to be TLC.
If it's 3 black girls.
or In Vogue, because you know what, everybody who doesn't love it.
By the way, when you get ass raped in jail, make sure you wear the T-shirt with the logo on the back.
So
okay,
they
yes,
can see it.
Yes, exactly. Good thinking, my man. But so you didn't enter the grilled cheese contest?
No, actually, the thing is they keep every year playing around with the rules, and my grilled cheese.
Bring all the boys. Go ahead.
All the boys to the art. No, I use spices and on the bread, and spices are actually in another category, but the category it's in is kind of a potpourri category where you can use everything like meat and potatoes and onions and all sorts of weird stuff. So it's like, dude, my grilled cheese is going to get my ass whooped by, see, it's roast beef and provolone wrapped around Gouda with a fine brie finish. And it's like, oh, mine is cheese with some garlic and
I'm sorry.
Tony Chickeri, so.
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because you're describing your grilled cheese like it's Kentucky Fried Chicken. My grilled cheese is made with 11 herbs and spices. It's like, what? It's grilled cheese.
It's not just grilled cheese, motherfucker. Don't you? You're always like, it's just grilled cheese.
Man,
you have this
cheese.
image in your head that I take 2 pieces of just random white bread and slap it together over some Kraft singles, and that's what I'm so fucking proud of.
That's the way we do it in Waco.
I know that's how you do it in Waco, and that's why you moved out of fucking Waco, bitch.
Because
that's what the fuck happened.
You know, the grilled cheese is just too plain. I got to go someplace where they use spices.
You butter it up, you throw on some garlic, you throw on some Tony Chickeri's Cajun seasoning, you use the right kind of cheese, like I like a nice provolone, and all of a sudden you got yourself a goddamn good sandwich. That's what's, that's what grilled cheese is all about. You don't use a fucking Kraft singles is for 5-year-olds who don't know better, for people who are just this above being able to, have to rely on government cheese.
Damn, boy, you have gone beyond grilled cheese.
Dude, I love my cooking, man.
Uber grilled cheese.
No, because the Uber grilled cheese is some of this crazy shit they do here in Austin at the grilled cheese fest. There are people who make grilled cheese with Gouda and brie, and it's just like, Jesus Christ. When a grilled cheese sandwich costs you $20, it's no longer a grilled cheese sandwich.
Man, I don't even want to hear that brie shit. I mean,
I love brie.
I maybe it was what I had this just yesterday. I had a salmon sandwich, panini sandwich with brie. That shit was saltier than the fucking ocean, man.
Yeah, but that wasn't the brie. Brie isn't salty at all. Brie is light and generally sweet. No, it was the salmon that was salty and salmon that you use on a sandwich.
But you figured that the brie would balance it out.
No, because the brie won't take away. Brie doesn't do anything for balancing. No, brie is brie. I love brie. I usually once a month I treat myself to cheese, and I actually go out to Grapevine Market and I buy a bunch of fine cheeses.
You all decadent, man, and shit.
Dude, I love cheese, man, and I sit there and I get myself a cheddar, I get myself a brie, I get myself something, a wild card, just something random, to kind of balance it out.
Yeah, look at you, man.
And then I get a blue. I like a nice blue cheese, and then I sit down and I fucking go to town on cheese, dude. I fucking love cheese. Who doesn't love cheese?
I love cheese. I tell you what, I do the same thing. I go out and I buy wine, I buy cheese, I buy some grapes.
You buy some roofies for the girl.
And, well, you do what you got to do, man. If the cheese don't impress them, you got to knock that shit out.
That's right, you do.
You don't like my cheese? Okay, try this wine, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I feel woozy. And then
my cheese plate is better than y'all.
And then I make my own grilled cheese after that.
That's right.
I know what you're saying. It's okay. See, man, quit being nasty. No, see,
you were the one that went for the grilled cheese.
Man, no,
I was fucking talking about a cheese plate.
No, motherfucker. I sat up there and said, I'll go out and buy some cheese, and then you went out talking about me buying roofies. You turned me into a rapist. I'm trying to talk about how I just enjoy cheese.
Now, don't blame me for you being a rapist, dude. That's all on you.
I was just talking about buying some cheese, man. Talking about doing and being a really good person and trying to look like I'm like I got some culture, and you still bring me back to being some sort of date rapist monster.
Well,
who enjoys cheese?
You can be both. Didn't you read Silence of the Lambs?
But I enjoy my cheese.
That's right. With a nice Chianti.
I pour some fava beans over that bitch. No, okay, all right, man. I don't know what time we are right now. Because I didn't think about it when we started.
Shit.
So I'm thinking it's probably safe to just kind of stop.
Well, then just do it. Don't talk about it because now we've got this on here.
I like to contemplate it and let the people know what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Like them inside the world of Corey. What's Corey thinking right now? He's thinking maybe
You
we've
know,
gone
if
too
there's
far.
anywhere I want to be tonight, it's inside Corey Coleman. Let me tell you.
Okay, now you got me wanting to cut this off. Okay,
Cut
we'll,
this shit off.
We'll be back. All right, we're back.
My spill shirt brings all the boys to the yard. Damn
Man, I'm gonna
right.
throw a
It's
bottle
better
at
than
you.
That was you, dude. You got
What do
that
you mean?
song stuck in my fucking head.
I mean, you got to keep going.
It's stuck in my head now. What the fuck am I gonna do?
Stop.
I listened to Tom's Diner on the way over here, motherfucker.
Don't do
And
that.
No, seriously. It was on the radio, and this knocked that out of my head.
Now you got Tom's Diner in my head all night. It's gonna be.
Sitting in the living room,
See-
recording for a cocoa. And
I would
then
be lucky
Corey
if it was
had to
that.
mention that fucking milkshake song.
It would be great if that was in my head, but all night it's going to be a loop of. I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night. Ah!
You just got the first 8 beats. You forgot the rest of it. That's all right.
No, I'm saying that's the part that's going to be a loop in my head, though. That part never comes. I know that's the rest of it. No, it never comes. That first part is just in a loop. It's like I'm in the Twilight Zone or some shit like that. But anyway, so we were talking about, right before I left for Sundance, we were talking about Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite. I walked in tonight. I'm like, so what'd you think? Man, I'll talk about it on the show. But no, I'm really curious to hear what you. No, we'll talk about it on the show.
Because there was rumor going about that it was terrible.
Yes.
And I heard this rumor, and I went there. Call it low expectations. Call it a matter of me being in the heat of the moment with the film, with the people there, and whatnot. But I thought it was okay. I didn't
Just
think
okay?
Yeah, no, it was. Man, let me tell you something. That movie, and I did a recording with the guy that invited me there, who had the ticket for me.
Right.
What's that?
I said, right.
Oh yeah, and him and I pretty much thought the same thing because we were just looking so forward to this movie, man. And we walked out, we were both right on par with each other. We said, you know something, when that movie was funny, and for the first 40 minutes, it's 30 minutes, it's hilarious. I mean, we were dying laughing. There's a point where it just hits a wall, and it's almost like they ran out of stuff, and it just becomes a little too extreme, a little too exaggerated, or just slow, and it's not funny. And then it picks up being peppered with really hilarious bits near the end. So the movies, it was disappointing. We got a ton of laughs out of it, but yeah, it wasn't consistently throughout the whole movie as funny as we thought it would be.
Wake up the other bitches.
See, we were quoting that shit when we went in there. The movie's quotable, man.
Yeah.
There were people who walked out of the movie and they were quoting all that shit all night. I mean, and listen, we kind of felt bad because we're the ones that were probably the most critical of it.
Well, I heard that screening was insane. But then again, that's Sundance for you. Sundance will have screenings for films where everybody will be going apeshit and have that Sundance energy going. And then the rest of the world watches it and it's kind of like, oh, yeah, this really isn't that good a movie.
Yeah, we walked out. We were catching a bus back to our car. And people on that bus, I mean, that's all they could talk about. Black Dynamite. They were talking about how funny it was, how hilarious it was. They were quoting stuff from the movie, and these people kind of actually get on our nerves. We're like, God damn, man, it's funny. It ain't that fucking funny. But hey, good for the movie, man. I mean, because as we talked about, sold for $2 million.
Yep, and I've got Black Dynamite T-shirts at home.
Yeah,
I hope I can wear them in public without people going, "Oh, fuck that."
Nah, man. Look, bottom line is, I hope the movie does well because what it does right, it does right very well. There's only a few parts in the movie where it slows down, and they just can't keep it going. I mean, it's an ambitious project, and I'll admit to you, there were points where you're just like, "Fuck, man, this is not funny right here."
How is Michael Jai White?
He's great, man. I mean, he is great, and there's a guy in there who does a perfect Rudy Ray Moore impression. Because you listen to the trailer. Now, for anybody who knows who Rudy Ray Moore is, he's Dolomite.
He's Dolomite.
Yeah, he's Dolomite. He's Petey Wheatstraw. And he was in Disco Godfather. And
now, I heard this was just a big kind of riff on Dolomite.
It is. That's the problem with the movie, really, because to really appreciate what it does, you kind of have to appreciate these movies. And because there are lines in that movie that are taken straight out of Dolomite movies.
Yeah.
And I was sitting up there laughing my ass off at certain things.
See, that was one of the complaints I heard from people that saw it that were like, dude, they fucking take lines right out of Human Tornado.
Yeah, well, there's a line in the movie that's one of my favorite lines ever in any movie. The line is, "Where's Bucky and what has he had?" And Michael J. White says that in the movie. Now, it's a reference that's not used as strong as it could be, but anybody who knows it is immediately going to start laughing. And when I was laughing, other people just kind of like just chuckling. They were like, "Oh, okay." So that's why I'm curious to know how this movie will do outside of a Sundance audience. And outside of an audience of people who know those movies very well.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm going to actually sit down and watch a bunch of these movies with I have a bi-weekly group that gets together. We get together at someone's house every 2 weeks, and we watch movies based on a theme. And this month, everybody's kind of decided that February is Blaxploitation History Month.
Yeah.
And so we're going to sit down and watch a bunch of Blaxploitation films.
Well, when I was recording with James, the guy who went to Sundance,
Jimmy Rock.
What is he?
Just call him Jimmy Rock.
Hey, I don't care.
He's Jimmy Rock, baby.
Sure, Jimmy Rock. Jimmy
Rock from
Rockefeller.
SLC.
Now, when I was
Rock City.
I made some suggestions for movies to watch. I said required watching before Black Dynamite is
Black Dynamite.
And I did that when I was recording in.
Yeah.
Required watching before you see Black Dynamite is Dolomite, The Human Tornado, Disco Godfather, and outside of that, everybody knows Shaft, but this really doesn't reference Shaft that much. But watch it anyway, and watch The Mac.
The Mac.
Yeah.
No Superfly.
Nah, not really.
There's no Superfly in there.
I mean,
No Superfly TNT.
What you know, Superfly TNT. Maybe you're not as white as I thought you were,
Dude. You got to keep in mind, I'm an ain't it cool guy. Blaxploitation is one of our things.
No, well, I'll tell you what. If you watch all those Blaxploitation, your thing, but you haven't seen these movies. So once you watch these movies, you will be very well versed in Blaxploitation.
Truck Turner?
No Truck Turner references in there. I mean,
Tell
really,
him you got hit by a truck.
See, none of those are really in there. I mean, once you watch these movies I'm talking about, you've kind of covered everything.
Yeah.
So,
but that's unfortunate that they're only drawing from like Rudy Ray Moore. That it's like we just made a Rudy Ray Moore movie.
Yeah, I mean, because they have a guy who's doing a Rudy Ray Moore impression. He's rhyming through the whole movie.
Did you ever see Shaolin Dolomite?
Oh man, I never saw it, but there's a clip that co-host put up.
Bad.
Oh no, it's terrible. I saw that.
Well, no. Literally, what they did, they made this movie in the late '90s called Shaolin Dolomite.
Oh, by the way, another one is Black Belt Jones.
Black Belt. Oh, okay. Well, see, that's Jim Kelly, baby.
Yeah.
I just watched a Jim Kelly movie last week that's absolutely spectacularly
Which
awful.
one?
Black Terminator. Oh, my God. Is that bad? Black Terminator is awful, but it's awful.
So is he a black cyborg?
No. That's just the name they gave. It's like literally, I forget what it was like. I think the original name was like Black Eliminator. It's the one where he's a member of Dragon, Dragon, and it's such a ripoff of. It's a blatant hardcore ripoff of the Bruce Lee movie that he was in.
Yeah.
Why am I blanking on the title? It's the fucking greatest kung fu movie ever made.
So you put me on the spot too.
I'm on the spot as well. It's Enter the Dragon.
Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so he's a member of Dragon. That's what threw me off. And he has to go in and infiltrate this compound, and it's retarded. It's terrible.
Now you got me wanting to see this.
Oh,
I gotta
you'll
see this
love it. It's bad.
I love that kind of shit.
I love Jim Kelly though. But so God, I don't even know where I was going with it, but I just saw that last week. So
yeah, well, shit. After you watch that, you might have it all covered with that one movie right there.
One movie.
Man, no. What's up?
It's gone.
No, what is it? What?
It's gone. No, it's
Don't
gone.
leave me
I
hanging
don't
like
know.
this.
Dude, I am several beers in. Will you cut me some slack?
You got two. You had two beers. Several. I am so fucked up.
Damn it! You've caught me in a cop out, you bastard.
Damn, you're an awesome date, man. Woo! I am so drunk. Come here, Carlisle.
Well, it's not like I didn't.
Why
have
don't
a
you
couple
lay
before I
down?
Came over, but fine, whatever.
I have some wine and cheese.
That's right. And roofies. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Well, you do have that long, pretty hair. So anyway.
So then, after you saw that, you flew off to see The Abomination.
Oh, man. The inauguration, man, there were two. Okay, let me tell you how this went down. So I get there, and my friend he's a lobbyist there. So he's been working with Congress people to get these tickets for months.
Yeah.
And I'm staying with him and his girlfriend. And he's the night before I'm out to dinner with them. He's telling his girlfriend, he's got the tickets out. He's like, look, baby, look, we're going to be right in the middle right here. Seeing Obama right here. And she's all like, okay. And I don't know what's going on in her mind, but she's not real excited. And in fact, they get into an argument he says, because I'll come back out of the bathroom. He's like, well, if you don't really appreciate these, then you don't have to have them. Me and Corey will just go. And she's like, no, I do. So I'm like, shit, I wonder what's going on. They didn't even have a ticket for me at that point. Now, that morning, they got a ticket for me. He's like, oh, Corey, we got a ticket for you. We're all going together. This works out beautifully. We get out there to
Your ticket wasn't with them, was it?
Well, here's the deal, man. Now, the whole thing was a clusterfuck.
Oh,
right?
yeah. No. I followed the news on that. That whole place was fucking crazy.
First thing that I noticed that was wrong, that put me on guard, was you have a sea of thousands of people trying to find out where to go. Every fucking sign they got is posted up at midget level. So nobody sees anything. Everybody, only the tallest people can look down and report. I was reporting for the whole group. Everybody's like, do you see the gate we need to go to? I was like, if I strain my neck hard enough, there it is right there. And we finally get into a line with our tickets. And we're moving up, and everybody's all excited. Everybody has Obama fever, and the line just stops, and it doesn't move for an hour. And everybody's like, what is going on? You got people who are just starting to leave the line. They're like, man, something's wrong. I'm gone. And you got one guy who was there. There was one guy who was rallying the whole group up together. He's like, I'm here, man. I ain't going nowhere. This is it. I know that we gonna get in. Everybody with me, and everybody like, yeah. And so finally, that dude walked out, and he walked back and said, "Hey, man, they shut the line down. They're not letting anybody in." And there was one guy behind me who just freaked out. He was just like, "No, that's not true. That can't be true. No, that's not. They can't do that." And
it was Richard Nixon.
How dare they? No, this guy. And so we were thinking like, oh shit, nothing's moving. This guy's right, man. And so we just said, you know what? Let's just. So my friend says, look, this isn't going anywhere, and we can hear Obama talking at this point. And so he said, look, while he's talking, okay, this is a bust here, but we can go over to this luncheon that I have an invitation for, and we can watch the parade go by in this office. There's free food, there's free beer, and we can watch the inauguration on TV. And we're like, okay, let's go.
Good thing you flew out for that.
And yeah, well, we went to that building, and every checkpoint, they said there's only one way into that building, and that's the entrance, and that entrance is guarded by a checkpoint and hundreds of people in front of it. Pretty much you're not getting in. So
that's when you need Jim Kelly. I'll bust us in here. I'll get you the inauguration.
That's when we need Black Dynamite. Now, I'm happy to be in the city, and
so you didn't get to see the inauguration.
No, I didn't get to see it. I heard the voice. We're walking around the city. We see all kind of crazy shit. I'm happy. Look, I'm just happy to be in the city because I wasn't guaranteed a ticket anyway. Because that was my plan. I was going to go. Granted, had I gone on my own, I probably would have seen more, but I was hanging out with this guy. Now, it's not his fault, but there was one point where we're walking, and this girl, his girlfriend, I was wondering what her deal was the night before, and we're walking for like 30 minutes. This guy's so crushed and disappointed, and I'm just kind of like, it's okay. He's like, Arr. So
were they with you?
Yeah. They're with me, yeah. So I'm walking with them, and the girl finally looks over after 30 minutes. She's like, see, last night I told you we should have just went to the luncheon first and stayed there. The guy turns around and looks at her. Like, I was like, he's going to smack her. He's like, it wasn't supposed to be like this. Now, in the news, what they reported was there were two groups of people who kind of got screwed. There were people with purple tickets and there were people with blue tickets. We had the blue tickets. And what happened was there was a generator that broke down at the gate, and they just said, fuck it. And on top of that, people tried to break in. Once that happens, they bust down a gate, and they just said, you know what? We're just closing this whole thing off, and nobody's getting in. Nobody bothered to come back and tell us that they had shut things down. They just let people stay.
Welcome to the world of big government, my man.
I was like, God damn. I mean, like, people out there freezing. Now, Carlisle, I know we've had our points about what things we should say that are racist and what jokes we should make and what we should do. And I want you to forgive me for this point because I know other black people thinking the same thing I was. When Obama was out there giving his speech and we were out there freezing and the line wasn't moving and we weren't going anywhere, I guarantee you some people felt like me, and towards Obama they were thinking, nigga, please. I'm sorry. I mean, at that point I'm thinking, I just want to go home because my legs were frozen.
Dude, I don't understand how anybody wanted to. That just blew my mind when you said you were doing that. I was just like, dude, that thing's going to be just, I don't want to repeat the word, but that's the word I actually used to a friend. I was like, dude, that thing's going to be a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Something is going to go terribly wrong, and it's going to suck for a lot of people. It's like going to big concerts. I don't go to big concerts anymore. Why? Because they're generally clusterfucks. You get front row tickets. You know what that means? It means that once the band comes on stage, 50 rows of people surge forward and push you against the fucking gate where a security guard spends the rest of the night pushing you off of it.
I'm a music lover. I've gone to concerts. I've gone to every kind of music concert you can attend. I've even seen country shows. I've been to heavy metal shows. I've been to everything. And sometimes I've been up in the front, and I can't tell you how many times I just threw up because I was overwhelmed and hot.
No, and I only go to the small clubs, the private show stuff.
Yeah,
like I went to a concert last year. That's one of the best concerts I ever went to.
What'd you go to?
I went and saw Mike Doty. He used to be the front man for Soul Coughing.
Oh yeah, you used to go to that. You've seen about 5 of those shows, right? You're a big fan of that.
I've seen him a couple times. I love Mike Doty. He's freaking awesome. And he did a private show here in town, and I went with a date, and we ended up going. We got there an hour and a half before the show because we're like, dude, we got to get in line. No one else had gotten there yet. It was such a small show that we were literally the first people in line. So we go in, and we literally get a table that's right next to the stage. And so we're just chilling there the whole show. He's sitting like 5 feet in front of us, and it's him not playing with his full band, just with one of the guys from the band. It was just a very small private ordeal, his question jar show. And literally what you did is everybody wrote a question on a piece of paper, and they put it in a jar, and between each song he would answer a few questions.
Oh, that's cool.
And he was like, it was like no holds barred. He was talking about the time, the times that he fucked everything up when he was on heroin, and just all the crazy, stupid things he did in his life. It was a really fucking great show. It was one of those kind of storyteller type of shows.
Kind of like what the Spill Crew has been through.
Yeah, no, worse than that. It kind of puts things in harsh perspective. It's like, wow, I guess Corey isn't that bad.
Oh, come on.
At least he's not on heroin and trying to kill us at gunpoint. It's
what? This dude tried to kill?
No, I don't think he actually.
That's
although
a story
he
right
did
there.
realize, he told a story where he realized he was at a low point when he answered the door to. He was staying in a hotel and he ordered a pizza and he answered the door and went to pay for the pizza and realized he had no clothes on. Where's my wallet? Oh.
I'd like to pay in peanuts, please.
No, it's a really great show. So, you go to a show like that, and then all of a sudden seeing, a show in front of 50,000 people. Although that said, I am going to something next month that I'm super excited about. What are you going to see next month? I'm going to see Robin Williams live.
Well, it's not like a rock concert,
No, but it's going to see a show at the Coliseum.
It's not like people going to be like body surfing.
No,
Robin Williams jokes.
Which is why I was fine with going to see a show at the Coliseum.
Okay, all right, so yeah,
because it's like, well, yeah, it's everybody's going to be sitting down. We're going to be able to hear. People aren't going to be, do the Viagra bit, yeah. Oh, okay. Free bird.
I have to agree with you, man. I'm at the point now. I've done so many shows. I don't mind sitting in the back now. I don't mind sitting down, being quiet. But I will tell you something. As many shows, like I said, I've been to some hardcore shows. I've been to shows where shit got dangerous. I mean, I've been to some hip hop shows where people got hurt. And I'm right up in the front. I'm miserable. I'm overheated. I'm vomiting sometimes. I still had a better time than sitting out there waiting in the cold to see fucking old Barack Obama. I was like, this man better come out moonwalking on water backwards. You know what I mean?
He better fucking cure cancer
exactly.
today.
Shit. Otherwise, because I was ready to go home.
That's funny because, it's the difference between, I read a bunch of different media from around the world because you have to get the story. I was reading one story this weekend where it's like, new poll numbers from Obama's first week, and his numbers appear to have normalized. And it's a story about how the numbers have normalized from the high expectations and how now they're at more realistic levels. And then you read the BBC's version of that story, and Obama drops 15 points after 1 week.
Well, I mean, he's still. Look. I'll tell you this. Out of all that, I'm still happy I was there because a lot of people would have loved to have been where I was. I mean,
dude, you're at the political Woodstock.
I was. I mean, I heard his voice. I mean, I was close enough to hear his voice. I mean, I was. Look, I can
make out what the brother was saying, but
well, no, you heard. And that's the thing. You could hear him, and to me, it was just like I don't mind being where I am, hearing his voice. I just want to be out of this crowd where they mismanaged it, and even then, being in the middle of it, hey, I got a story to tell people like how I was there, and I do not regret it at all. It was my friend that was really suffering because he works hard for those tickets. I myself was going to be on my own anyway, and so it worked out for me. And like I said, I mean, Barack Obama, he had crazy expectations, and in the first week that he came out, this is what I heard. I'm no bias here. I'm gonna tell you, I voted for Barack Obama. I love the brother. I'm expecting him to do great things, but the expectations, they're not gonna be met because they're very high, and he does have a great approval rating right now of what he's doing. Sure. But it's like. It's the first. What is the first week?
Oh no! I found it amusing to read these two. The story said the exact same thing, except one headline is Obama's poll numbers normalized, and the other is Obama drops 15 points in first week. And it was just I found it a funny.
I mean, they dropped because it was going to drop anyway. Because I mean, after the election, I mean, it was all inauguration fever.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I'm not making that as a case against the guy or anything. I just found it funny to see the same story.
So you're not going to be making drunken Negro face cookies later on?
No, I read that story.
Did you read this? Yeah. That's crazy, man. I've passed that bakery before.
Dude, it's everybody. There's always going to be some jackass that thinks they can pull something like that off.
Well, no, I'm not surprised by I'm not surprised by the act of the guy doing it. I mean, there's going to be people out there. It was the cookies themselves because it said drunken Negro face. I'm like, I've had some drunken Negro faces, okay?
I looked at it, I was like, wow, those aren't even well done.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to be a racist, be a talented racist. Don't be a shitty racist.
Leon sent an article out. Now, I don't know how you saw it, but I got it through Leon. There was an article about a guy in Greenwich Village, and I've seen the bakery. That's the funny thing. I've been by there. I never went in, but I know exactly what that is. And a guy made something in honor. He said in honor of the inauguration of Barack Obama, he made drunken Negro face cookies.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you're black, you might have made this face while you were drunk, but only if you might have got hit in the face by a truck.
And then were run over by that truck. And then, kind of had your lips spread a bit. And then somebody beat on you for like an hour and a half. Then these cookies might resemble something of what you look like. But until that moment, it doesn't look like shit. These were the ugliest fucking cookies.
I mean, you're right about that. I was like, if you're going to make it because it just looks ugly. It looks
like the eyes symmetrical, for Christ's sake.
It's like he put some in the eyes all red and shit. I mean, they are ugly cookies. I mean, maybe that was his point, but you look at it and it's like, man, this ain't even funny. This doesn't even look like it.
See, Obama waffles, at least Obama waffles made me laugh. Did you see Obama waffles?
What were the Obama waffles?
It was waffle mix, but it had Obama on the front, and it was called Obama waffles. Change you can taste, and it was just a whole bunch of jokes about Obama. It was a couple of fucking redneck Republicans who sold waffle mix, and they decided to put a special box around it. And at least that made me laugh because it's
that doesn't even sound
change you can taste. That was funny.
See, that you know what? That doesn't even sound racist to me, but that's clever.
Yeah, no, nothing about it was racist at all. It was all about making fun of his politics.
I'd appreciate that.
That was kind of clever.
And you know what? I'd even appreciate this, even if it was racist. If he had put some craftsmanship into it.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had at least made them look sort of jigaboo-ish or something.
I mean,
I would have been like, okay,
you missed the joke. Could you not make watermelon flavored cookies?
Something like that. Anything. I mean, this is beyond all that.
Shape them like pork chops. You'd sell millions.
It looked like Mr. Potato Head if you had beat beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, it was ass.
Yeah, and I mean, and they go and they ask the guy afterwards. It's like, well, what is this? And it's obvious it's some racist shit. I mean, they talked to two women who said he used derogatory terms towards him to us, and then they said that he said in a very threatening way he's going to get his because he's going to follow in the vein of Abraham Lincoln, and they're like, this guy's nuts. But then they come to him and he's saying, oh, no, this is nothing. I just meant this to be funny for the people. I meant to do something nice for Obama, and they misunderstood me. And it's like, okay, if you're going to be racist, be a man and follow through with that shit.
Or the thing is it didn't strike me as someone actually being racist. That was the thing. I read the story and I was just like, oh, fuck this. Because he wasn't being racist as much as he was trying to be deliberately racist. It's like, here's an image of African Americans that we haven't seen in this country for 70 years. Who's going to catch the reference to this? This doesn't look,
Well, see, that's my thing. A lot of people, they felt uncomfortable. I mean,
if
women
you were going to do it, fucking add bling to it, for Christ's sake. At least there, people would be, okay, I see where you're going.
You put earrings on it, like diamonds or something.
Yeah, but these look like fucking Aunt Jemima cookies.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. They made people uncomfortable. I mean, even looking at the cookie, they were like, I don't like this.
Well, people get uncomfortable when you mention anything that deals with race, whether it's positive or negative.
Well, this guy, I mean, he was obviously coming from a racist place. Look, my point is that if you busted for it, own up to it. That's all. I mean, they had some guys who said, you know what? During the Obama election, during the debates and the election and everything, we're going to do? We're going to get dressed up, and we're going to go out with hatchets and kill people. I might be changing this around, but this was in the news. If guys got caught, but at least you knew what they were about. I mean, they're going to go out and they're going to chop up some black people, and they're going to go out in style. You know what I mean? And you knew where they were coming from. It's not like they got caught and they said, well, shit, we were going to go out and chop some trees and then go to a party. I mean, they didn't give you some stupid shit like that. No, you
don't understand. We're going to cut out some trees for the black people. Yeah. Something nice for Obama, for his inauguration.
And then build some log cabins for them to have a party.
Right. We're not going to have a bonfire or make any crosses or anything. That would be rude.
Exactly. They owned up to that shit. It's like, we're going to go out and kill black people. Yeah. Okay, and then I can appreciate that. I don't like it, but I know you're coming from.
We're glad that you told us before you could reproduce. And that's what's important. We're going to lock your ass away. You're going to be butt fucked for the rest of your life. You're never going to spawn, and that's what's important.
All right, so I've been talking. What have you been up to, my man?
Dude, I've just been chilling. I've been watching a lot of stuff.
What's the last thing you watched that was good?
That was good?
Yeah.
Lost, what we were talking about earlier. I just watched that this weekend. I just tonight, I'm working my way through Moonlight, and Cyrus is 100% correct about that. It's the lamest fucking TV show.
Moonlight?
Yeah, it was a 13-episode TV series on, I believe, CBS that was about a private detective who's actually a vampire.
Oh, man, enough with the vampire shit.
Tell me
right?
about
God
it, dude.
Damn it.
I was hoping that since CBS greenlit it, that would actually be, something decent. But no, it's crap.
Give me a show about a vampire who's a janitor, and then stop right there. I mean, God damn it. How much vampire shit we gonna do? We got the vampire show on HBO. We got Twilight.
Well, but that came after this.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, still, enough is enough already.
Enough has been enough for years.
What we gonna get next,
but I'm watching it because I have to for work.
The Count Chocula biography. I mean, come on. God damn, man. How much can we do with vampires? I mean, I guess it's one of those things where people are just feeding off each other now.
Oh, you know what I saw this weekend that was really great? We can't really talk too much about it, but I saw Coraline. And I really dig the shit out of that.
I know. I'm excited to see that movie.
And
man.
Last week was a bust. There was just crap last week. So
yeah, you told me some other things you watched, and they said,
yeah, and you're like, no, I'm gonna go see it anyway. I'm like, I feel like that guy in the movie where I'm jumping at you in slow mo, going, Corey, no. I've already taken that bullet, man. You don't need to take another.
Look, man. I mean, this is what we do.
I know.
I'm not going to see it because I want to see it. I'm going to see it because I want you and I to have a discussion.
But the thing is, it's going to be Thursday night, and that means I'm going to have to come in order to record for this. We're going to have to record after the fact, after it comes out.
I know. But I think, it's just the reviews are so much better if...
I agree, but nobody was here. You were off in D.C.
But I have a chance to see it.
At work.
I don't mind you doing things by yourself. I mean, it can be done, and they work.
I'm just saying.
I don't even mean to say that they're so much better. I just think that it's more interesting.
But But you know what? You don't need to see this movie. It's not that interesting. Nobody's going to give a shit. It's that movie. We're going to do the review, and unless we find some really great gold, which I doubt we're going to find, it's not going to be that great.
You'd be surprised. I'd rather do it instead of wondering what would happen if we didn't.
I'm at this point, I throw my hands up. You know what? You could suffer through that movie, and then you'll come to me, and the review will be, man, you told me not to go see this fucking
damn
movie.
you, man.
And I was like, no, the review will be better. And now I'm sitting here going, God damn it, I just fucking watched Renee Zellweger freeze her ass off for an hour and a half.
Now, see, like I said, you held on. We all can do reviews on our own. It doesn't matter. I mean, we can. One person go see them and talk about it, and it's fine. I just like debating with you guys. That's all.
Thursday night, I'm going to Taken. I'm going to go see a midnight of that. That looks good.
Yeah, the what do you call it movie where he goes to find his daughter.
Yeah, and they've been doing screenings around the country. They're not doing it here,
and they haven't done it here. They've been doing screenings around the world. We had reviews on the site like months ago,
and people are saying it's good.
That's what I heard. I want to see it too.
I'm looking forward to
Liam Neeson kicking ass.
Yeah,
I love that line.
So that's what I'm doing on Thursday night. You can go watch Renee Zellweger freeze her ass off and eat tapioca and fall in love with Harry Connick Jr.
No,
I'm going to go fucking watch Taken.
Hey, no, I'm going to go see the Renee Zellweger movie early, and then I'm going to go see Taken later. Okay. You want to do some email?
Let's do an email real quick. I mean, we're well over an hour now.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought we were like not at an hour yet.
When you stopped the thing, we were at 40 minutes. We've gone past 20 minutes now. We did Black Dynamite. We needed an inauguration. We're good. So let's do some emails.
All right, I'm picking the first one here.
Big man.
Let me look at this here, man. Y'all people get sneaky with this shit. Try to sneak in 3 questions in one email here.
Yep. And we're not going to answer them. Short and to the point, man. That's what we like. Short and to the point.
All right. Martin F. here. Which directors do you think make better writers and vice versa? That's a good one.
What kind of question?
Actually, that's a good one. Which directors do you think make better writers and vice versa?
Than they do directors?
Yeah. And we can, no, tell me what you think here. I'm just going to throw a name out there based on the movies that we've seen. David Goyer.
Well, yeah, he's a terrible director.
He did Blade 3 and he did the Unborn.
Yeah,
he redirected those.
There's a lot of directors that are like that. I mean, and I hate to say it because I love the man. But Lawrence Kasdan. Lawrence Kasdan is a brilliant writer who started directing his own stuff, and he's made a couple good films. He made one really good one, actually 2 really good ones. Now that I think about it, Lawrence Kasdan.
He helped write Empire Strikes Back, right?
And Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah,
and then he did The Big Chill, and he did Silverado.
But did he direct The Big Chill?
Yeah,
that's one. Yeah.
And then there's stuff that he's done like Dreamcatcher. And he's done a bunch of other.
But you know something?
He did Grand Canyon, which was good, but
Dreamcatcher. He didn't write that though. So
he was credited as co-writing that.
But see,
it's adapted from Steven Spielberg's most insane book.
Yes,
the one that he wrote while he was recovering from getting hit by.
He's on a morphine drip when he wrote that.
But still, he fucking directed that movie. He made the choice to direct that film.
Any director could have did. Spielberg times 10 could have taken that book. It makes no sense.
He made the choice, and he hasn't made a classic, a truly classic film since the early '80s.
But you just listed like 4 films that he did that are
between 1980 and 1984.
Yeah, I mean,
his last great film was Silverado, which was one of Kevin Costner's first big films. For fuck's sake, I mean that was ages ago.
I mean, it's hard for people today, I think, to make...
so hard to say goodbye.
Oh, baby.
What we had.
All right. That's not so bad. At least you carried that last note.
Well, I can do the low stuff.
All right. Let's see here. We'll answer one more question.
Give me a good one.
From somebody, because a lot of people...
Make it about Batman.
Oh, you know what? I want to just say real quick.
Yeah.
Your thing about Batman, You said that you were thanking the Academy Award because
You read that blog.
Yeah, no, I did.
Yeah, I know because you responded. I still think it should have gotten.
No, and that wasn't me being snotty to you. It was just me kind of just putting in there saying, man, it still should have got nominated.
Absolutely. No, I mean that's the whole thing. Is should it have gotten a nomination? Absolutely. The Dark Knight should have been nominated as one. For if you look at the critic groups around the country, a full third of them are giving best film to Dark Knight. Why the hell isn't Dark Knight in there? There's actually an interesting article about how Dark Knight probably got snubbed, but it's still one of those things where it should have been in there, not the reader.
Yeah, man, it's a shame that the Academy Award and its attempts to be so cool still can't go beyond their way of thinking to nominate something that they consider, I'm sure, to be just a simple comic book movie for the Best Picture. Dark Knight was one of the most well-crafted movies we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, no, and you listen to guys like MDS who just love it and who can't stop talking about it and who just go on and on about the brilliance of that movie.
MDS, now you're being sarcastic because if I think because I want to make sure that he.
Oh yeah,
he's
no,
the one
he loves the movie, loves it.
Does he?
He does not. He can't stop talking about it.
So you're not being sarcastic?
I'm being totally sarcastic.
Okay, I'm about to say
because shit out of it.
I remember
he compared
him
it to Britney Spears, and he could suck my limp dick hard for that commentary.
Man, why did MDS, man? Now you and I are cool. Why do you hate that movie, man?
Don't ask him to explain it because he'll write like a 10-page thesis about why
that's what I
he
want.
hates Dark
I mean,
Knight.
if you hate it, I want you to put some work into why you hate it. So yeah, send me some reasons. All right, here's somebody who we haven't had an email by because we get emails from people all the time who always write. This is from Pod Bay Door. And he says, just saw the trailer for Black Dynamite on
Black Dynamite.
I keep wanting to say Black Dolomite. I got to catch myself. Just saw the trailer for Black Dynamite on Defamer, and I really want to see it, but don't think it will have enough clout to make it in the theaters over here, wherever he is. Guess I would have to wait till it comes out on DVD or once I download it from somewhere. So he says, so how? What's the fucking question, man?
I don't think there is a question.
Okay, maybe. All right.
Here, go and find another question.
Where the hell are you going? What were you looking for? You just went to the door like somebody's about to break in. Now you got me nervous.
No, it sounded like it was raining, and it's just that fucking broken sprinkler head you've got outside.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I was like, shit, is it raining? Am I going to have to drive home in the rain? And then it's just that broken sprinkler spraying like water 50 feet in the air.
Oh, is that sprinkler doing that again?
Yeah.
I got to call people about that.
Yeah, it's been going on clearly for 2 weeks because it did it last time.
All right. No, it's been doing that for about a good year and a half. Okay. Hey, Corey and Carla. This is from Captain Thunder.
Captain Thunder.
It said, this year Hollywood is plugging a lot of 3D movies in an attempt to get more people into theaters. This may translate to higher box office results, but how will this affect DVD sales? That's a good question. How does the quality of 3D translate from the big screen to the small screen, as well as the effectiveness? That's a pretty good question, man, because I wonder about that. Now, you tell me. I'm going to ask you a question as soon as I spill beer all over the fucking floor.
All right. Well, now that you spilled
now
beer
that I've
all
done
over
that,
the
I can I can ask you a question. And then you can answer while I go wipe this shit up. So, are there plans on bringing some sort of 3D technology to the home so that we can see these movies that are being plugged in 3D? Like, for example, I just want to give an example real quick. Like My Bloody Valentine, Journey to the Center of the Earth, and then we just mentioned something like Coraline, which is also being shown in 3D, Bolt, all this stuff.
Now, Journey to the Center of the Earth was put in home on 3D, in red, blue 3D. And it sucked.
That looks like the red and blue?
Yeah, they did
that
the
looks
red
like
blue.
Shit.
Dude, and it did. I watched it at home on I projected it. I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. But no, the thing is the idea is to hurt DVD sales. The idea isn't, and it's not so much to hurt DVD sales as it's supposed to give you a reason to go back to the theater again. The idea is to give you a reason to lay down your $10 to pay $7.50 for a tub of popcorn and watch a movie in 3D to where it looks really cool. One of the reasons I was glad Paul Blart did so well last week was because it kicked the crap out of My Bloody Valentine, which I'm so happy is not in the top 5 this week. Why? Because it was a really crappy movie that people wanted to see just because it was in 3D. And I want 3D movies. I want them to be good. I mean, Coraline is going to change the way people look at how 3D is used. And then, of course, Avatar, once James Cameron puts this out, it's going to blow people's minds.
Well, that's the one. James Cameron is a huge proponent of 3D. That's what
has
he's doing
been for 10 years.
Yes, and that's what he thinks is going to get people back to theaters, and that's what's going to separate home DVD sales from going and having a true theater experience.
Yeah.
So, I was just wondering if they were trying to do that.
You also can't pirate 3D.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, any movie that's in 3D, sure, you can record it. Nobody's going to watch it because it's going to be blurry as shit.
But then again, you're limiting yourself because now you're cutting yourself out of another profitability margin, which is home sales with DVD.
Sure, but instead you're getting people to go to the theater and enjoy the theater experience. And they'll put it out on DVD. They might have a decent 3D at home. They might have a workable 3D, like Real D might make a home player. It might be expensive, but that might be what happens.
Yeah.
But no, the idea is to have you come out and see it, and to see it more than once.
Yeah.
Because you've got a whole group of people right now that look at good movies and say, you know what, I'll just wait for DVD. I'll watch it at home so I don't have to deal with the lunkheads.
But see, and we're still dealing with another area there because you can't just put anything in 3D. I mean,
no.
I mean, we don't want to go and see The Reader in 3D.
You don't want to see New in Town in 3D.
Exactly.
But you would want to see action films in 3D.
Of course.
Animated film. They're already there. I don't know of an animated 3D. I don't know of a CG animated film that's coming out this year that they're not putting in 3D. I mean, it's just the thing that they're doing now. They're all going to be in 3D.
Yeah.
You can watch it one way or the other. Bolt was in 3D. You're going to see that all this year.
Well, I'm thinking the whole thing that they're going to have to do is, I mean, it's perfect point with action films. I mean, think about all those scenes like from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom on the mine cart ride,
dude,
on 3D.
How awesome would it be if the new Transformers film were in 3D?
It's
Giant 50-foot robots in 3D? Fuck yes. Sign my ass up. I'll pay $10 for that shit.
But we need to give the audience a feeling like they are moving in motion with the action.
Absolutely. And you're going to see this, and it's only going to be something you see in blockbusters. It's not going to be every film that has it. But they're going to give you a reason to go back to the theater. And they're going to, make it worth making $200 million movies so that everybody will go and see it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, everybody's trying to concentrate on how to get people into the theater more.
How awesome would it be if the third Batman film were in 3D?
See, you did it. You brought up Batman.
I did it intentionally because I know. Because I just
what
think
villain
about
would you
that.
like to see in 3D?
Yeah, we're gonna get that question next week. Did you see somebody made some really cool artwork for me? They made a really cool little thing that says "No Dark Knight."
Did they?
Yeah, it's on my.
No,
page
I didn't see.
now.
You got to show it to me.
Yeah, it's up. Anytime people do cool artwork and I dig on it, it ends up in my About Me section.
Yeah, no, we're going to do contests. I was just telling Jamie on Let's Do This. We're going to do contests where, because people keep giving us artwork, we're going to say, you know what? We're going to have this thing where we display artwork every week in the blog, and we're going to give a prize away to the best one that we like that week. And so people keep submitting artwork and thinking, we got some great artists on here.
We do.
I mean, I'm envious of some of these people. I might start killing some of y'all out there. So, but okay, so we're well over an hour now. You said.
Yeah, we're way over an hour.
All right. So, well, that's it, man.
That's it. We will. We'll see you guys next week, I guess. All right.
Oh, you waiting on me? Good night.
No, good night, everybody.